still the same conference? We've been here for a couple of days together, and I enjoy the fun and the fellowship that everybody's had here, and it's been very, very special to me to have the chance to be with you. You know, I've attended a lot of conferences, and I know that the president of Rotary International picks a president's representative. And I got to thinking, you know, how kind and hospitable everybody's been here, and I've been so fortunate to have so much fun. And I began to remember a story told about the old Wild West, a little town down in Arizona called Cactus Gulch. Now, Cactus Gulch was a real rough and tumble town, and they sent a bishop, sent a preacher out to Cactus Gulch. And this preacher was out in Cactus Gulch, and about 6 weeks later, they'd get rid of him. And they'd send another preacher out to Cactus Gulch, and he would last maybe 6 weeks, 6 months, and they'd get rid of him. And finally, they sent another preacher out there to Cactus Gulch, and he went on for 6 months, and a year, 2 years, 3 years. And the bishop got to wonder, what's happened in Cactus Gulch? So he got on a stagecoach, came all the way out there, and he got all the people together, and they said, you know, you used to get rid of your preacher about every few weeks, but you've kept this guy for several years. And a big cowboy guy in the back of the room says, I tell you, Mr. Bishop, us folks down here in Cactus Gulch, we don't want no preacher at all. And this guy's come about as close to none as we've had. So, all the kindness that you've given me, I kind of thought maybe Governor Rudy didn't want no representative from the president, and I've come about as close to none of them as we've ever seen. I've had so much fun with so many people here, and it's been a lot of fun. Let me just express my appreciation for all this hospitality and kindness you've given me these several days. This is such a beautiful, fantastic place for an excellent conference. And so I commend Governor Rudy for his dedication and leadership to this excellent district, and Karen for putting up with this guy all this time here, and your big help as well. What a great team of leadership for your district this year. Rudy and Karen, thank you very much. I appreciate the assistance that past Governor Rich and Sue have given me as their aide. They called me and said, we're going to be your aide, what do you need? I said, well, the only thing I really want to make sure you have a direct phone number for an all-night bail bondsman. So they had that in hand as we met, and I've been especially pleased with all of their help. You know, I don't need an awful lot of aiding, but they did get me a place so I wouldn't have to hobble along on the street here, and with this great scooter they provided. But they've been a great host and tour guide, and been a help for an old guy. And I've enjoyed the hospitality of so many new friends as well. I will also want to commend your conference chairman, Jackie. I've been very impressed with your MC, Jeff Popper. What a great idea of recognizing the heroes of your district. There are dozens and dozens of them, but merely to pick out 30 persons to bring up and say thanks for what you've done, and then to pick 10 more with that beautiful plaque. 2 people got double hernias last time. Beautiful, beautiful plaques. The top 10 got, and then this morning to have the hero of your district. Those of, I trust all of you have enjoyed that part of a great conference. And I trust you've enjoyed the fun and the fellowship. I was wondering Friday night whether anyone was kind of getting acquainted or not in that fellowship room over there. I have 4 or 5 different kinds of food spilled on my coat. Just the fun and the fellowship there. And what a treat it's been here to listen to these speech competitors. Outstanding young people, and you know, if they'd have been selected a little bit earlier and had a couple more years on them, either Democrat or Republican Party could have used all of them. And the 3 competitors in the music contest, what a tremendous talent. And I commend your district for supporting and urging and giving encouragement to these young people. And I've been impressed with all the service projects. To hear about the things that are going on in your district, hear about the collective work of each club. I gave a speech a couple of weeks ago about the stalactite of Rotary. A stalactite, you know, you see in a cave. They're just made up with just, well, I called it the small drips of Rotary. And then somebody said, could you use it? Drops of Rotary. In any event, so impressive to hear what's happening in your district. And your vocational training team, what a tremendous program that is, and I commend all the friends from India and the fellowship, a Rotary Fellowship program, and that type, these activities. And again, I bring the great appreciation of our world president for the Presidential Peace Conference that all of you took a part, and especially Rudy and Bill, for the work that you've done to make that a huge success. And sometimes they say they're a labor of love, but love isn't sometimes that much work, I can tell you. And so I commend you guys for a great conference. So I'll certainly give a report back to to President Ravi of the great work and how this district is in such good hands and in excellent health. And just a word or two to all of you that took the time and the effort and the expense to be here this weekend. I hope you leave this conference with maybe just a little bit more of a conviction to serve in your own club and Rotary and in your community. Because I hope you catch just a little fleet of a new idea, a new thought, a new conviction, a new motivation. Let me conclude these remarks with a little story. Our family for many, many years would visit Yosemite National Park and took our kids when they were small through all the camping experiences. We've enjoyed mostly some of the waterfalls and the fascinating experience to watch several of these waterfalls, the thunderous streams of water pouring down the sheer granite walls of Yosemite. The waterfall we especially liked is called the Bridal Veil Falls. Some of you may recall it because it's you can see it from a road quite a ways away. As you drive up the roadway, you see this beautiful falls. And then there's a parking lot just very close to the falls. And you can pull and stop in the parking lot. And then there's a little path that goes through the woods right to the base of the waterfall. And you can hear the pounding noise of the water into the boiling pool of water below the falls and splashing on all the rocks. And as you walk up this little path, soon you begin to feel the mist in the air makes the trail just a little slippery. Then it starts slowly. You can feel this dampness, first on your face and then your hair, if you have hair. And as you walk a little closer, you feel the spray on your hands and your shirt. And before you know it, you're enveloped in this waterfall itself. And the moisture's absorbed throughout your body. And in a few moments, you're right down at the base of the falls, and you're saturated by the coolness of this water and the actually experiencing the thrill of being a part of the waterfall itself. I've often thought so many times that Rotary can be a little bit like that path that walks up to the base of the falls. You see, you can see a Rotary Club. You can sit in the back row of the Rotary Club every week. You can enjoy the program. You can enjoy a few friends. The view's pleasant. You can enjoy everything that's going on in the social activities without any effort. You don't even have to get involved at all. You just watch the waterfall or watch your Rotary Club from a distance. Or you can begin to walk up a little closer, begin to hear where the real sounds are taking place, Rotary activity, and you begin to take a little part. You begin to feel the positive values of having real friends, looking forward to seeing your friends, understanding a little bit more about the weekly operations. But better yet, come on down right into the midst of Rotary, where the committees are beginning to work and the service projects are happening. And you're finally tempted to be a club officer on the board, and you attend a district conference, and then maybe a district assembly. You finally accept a committee's chairmanship, and all of a sudden you realize you're being absorbed by all of this thing we call the Rotary spirit. And you begin to feel the enthusiasm of what a million other people find in belonging to a Rotary Club, doing things to build a better community and maybe build a better world. Oh, I urge you to let yourself